I took the ferry from the Castries Ferry Terminal in Saint Lucia to the Fort de France Ferry Terminal in Martinique. The cost was about 150 US once it's converted, because Martinique does use the euro. Once you get to the Castries Ferry, ferry terminal, I should say, you have to pay a tax, which is about 30 EC, which is about 11 US dollars. So when you get to the front of the line, you show them your voyage memo, pay the tax, and they will give you a ticket. Once you get your ticket, then you are clear to move on to departures and immigration. This ferry goes to Saint Lucia, Martinique, Dominica, and Guadeloupe. It takes an hour and a half from Saint Lucia to Martinique, but if you stay on the same ferry, it continues on to Dominica and Guadeloupe. Once you get over to departures, we'll be going through the door there. The ferry takes an hour and a half to get to Martinique. They say to get there 2 hours early. Well, that's what the people in the ferry terminal said. But I got there after 6 for a 7 o'clock ferry, and I was just fine because, as you can see, it really wasn't that crowded. But this was also a few days after Hurricane Beryl passed through, so the ferry wasn't packed. It was really good, actually. So, but typically you should get there earlier. They close the doors a half an hour before. You could also buy food and drinks while you wait. They have beverages, sodas, beers, waters, things like that. They had 2 sandwiches in that warmer. They also had a full menu, none of which I saw available at 7 a.m. But I'm assuming that they serve this later on in the day, or maybe they make some of that stuff when you order it. But at 7 a.m., that was not available. But you can definitely grab the food to go. They also had restrooms. I didn't use the restrooms, but from what I saw, the bathrooms in St. Lucia were pretty good. You do need to go through immigration and show them your passport and ticket. They did stamp my passport, and they also searched my luggage.
l'exploiter d'énergie, le commandant et son équipage vous souhaitent une agréable traversée. Ladies and gentlemen, good morning. The captain Reason and his crew welcome to your boat at Select Rest. We are now sailing to Fort Port in Martinique and Point Bit in Guadeloupe. We will arrive in Fort de France in 1 hour and 15 minutes. We remind passengers that smoking is strictly forbidden on board. On behalf of the companies of the Express Energy, the captain and his crew wishes you all a pleasant trip. Thank you.
The ride was pretty good. It was exactly an hour and a half. It did get rocky at some points with the waves, but Hurricane Beryl had just passed a few days earlier, so I think the waters were still a bit rough, but it was fine. I slept. I was tired. I slept pretty much the whole way. Then you come in here, you join the line for immigration, which was a little confusing because I thought there was a line for foreigners and locals, but there was a line for French people and everyone else since Martinique is French. Then you come and pick up your bag because I did check a bag. You get one check bag with your ticket. So I came to pick that up and continued on my way. I needed to use the restroom. I wasn't sure about the restrooms on the ferry. These restrooms are unisex, so me and this guy were kind of like standing here both looking at the door, trying to figure it out, but I needed to go, so I had to make it happen. But back again, the bathrooms were clean. They had urinals and toilets, and it did what it needed to do. I had the bright idea to walk to the bus and take the bus to the airport to pick up my rental car. Yes, I could have taken a taxi, but I was in a new city. I was in Fort-de-France, Martinique. I'd never been, and I figured I could walk because it was a nice day. Other people were here waiting for their taxis or their rides or what have you, and I was on my journey. It really wasn't too bad. I think it took me about 20 minutes or so. I'm not sure. But it would have been shorter, but due to the hurricane, the buses weren't coming into the city because the city was flooded. At least not the bus that I needed. So I had to walk a bit further down to another stop. At this point, I started thinking, am I wicked to myself? Because it was hot and this truck was starting to feel like something. And I had my luggage with me. I had my 2 bags, which was a big backpack and a small backpack, both of which were heavy. So without that, this would be nothing. With that, I was like, okay, this bus stop needs to hurry up and come on now. So I found the buses that I needed. Those nice women told me the buses would be in the middle of the street, and these buses were in the middle of the street. Now I just needed to wait for line A going to the airport. Line B came right before. Everyone got on and went about their business. If you need to buy tickets, you do not have to. All of the machines look like this. They are broken at all the stops. So this particular line is free. I'm not sure about all of them, but getting to the airport was free for me. So the bus drops you right at the entrance of the airport. Super convenient if you want to take the bus to the airport. This area was for rental cars. I saw no cars. I saw no people. I wasn't really sure what was happening here. So I went into the airport to use the Wi-Fi. Came out and it was storming. So I had to wait a bit, but the rain was coming down. Made it back across to go back to the rental car area, and I had to call them to pick me up on the shuttle. They took forever, maybe 30 minutes or so. They finally came, brought me over to the car rental place. That went pretty smoothly. The guy spoke English and French, so English was great. And got my car. It was a cute little car. All of the cars look like this. And put my stuff in, and I was on my way.